First off, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this would not be possible. Low Nodes Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. I want to talk about the businessman, Keyshawn Davis, is standing on business. At one point, I thought Keyshawn Davis was clout chasing because he went from calling out Teofimo Lopez to calling out Gervonta Davis to talking greasy to Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. But Keyshawn Davis called out Gervonta Davis, and he delivered on the biggest stage. And I say the biggest stage because the man fought in front of his family, in front of his hometown. That's not easy to perform under those types of expectations, pressure. We seen Jerron Boots Ennis twice fight in Philadelphia, and as electrifying a fighter Jerron Ennis is, he did not look spectacular. Maybe it was the nerves from fighting in front of his home crowd. That's neither here nor there. What I want to talk about right now is how Keyshawn Davis has put Gervonta Davis on notice. He got Kenny Ellis out here talking crazy. Shout out to Kenny Ellis. But you know what? It's time to stop putting roadblocks in front of Keyshawn Davis. Yes, he lost 4 times to Andy Cruz, but Keyshawn Davis as a professional has surpassed Andy Cruz in the rankings. Andy Cruz still has more to do. Keyshawn Davis right now knocked out a fighter who had given another highly skilled fighter, Richardson Hitchens, a very tough fight in Gustavo Limon, right? Gustavo Lemus. Pardon me if I mispronounce his name or butchered it. But Keyshawn Davis not only called out Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez, Keyshawn Davis also made a statement inside the ring. So it's going to be very interesting to see who's going to take on the businessman challenge. We know that Keyshawn Davis is at 135 pounds, the same division as Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. We know that Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson is never going to happen. Is Gervonta Davis going to take this fight? I don't know. Which leads me to the next man, Teofimo Lopez, the kingpin, the 2-time lineal champion, the former and youngest undisputed champion in the 4-belt era, Lopez. Teofimo Lopez and Keyshawn Davis are both on top rank. Keyshawn Davis stated that if Teofimo Lopez, in fact, he stated that next year, Bob Arum is going to put pressure on Teo to fight Keyshawn Davis. Now, I already know what y'all going to say. They're a weight class apart. We've seen plenty of times in the past when a lightweight took on, not even just a lightweight, whenever a champion took on another champion from a lower division. You know I'm a historian. I remember when Pernell Whitaker was the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, defending his crown against the junior lightweight champion and Azuma Nelson. Now Keyshawn Davis is not a champion at 135 pounds, but if let's say Gervonta Davis does not take the Keyshawn challenge and Keyshawn goes on to win a title at 135, he can skip the line and go straight to challenge Teofimo Lopez for that junior welterweight lineal championship. They have history. Keyshawn Davis and them have said things that he put hands on Teofimo Lopez's dad. Teofimo Lopez's dad was on Punch Drunk Boxing. He said it wasn't Keyshawn Davis that didn't, but either way, Keyshawn Davis is claiming that. If somebody was claiming they put hands on my dad, I want that work. You feel me? So with that being said, that's a built-in storyline. Teofimo Lopez right now is making a reputation with black fighters and black fight fans with some of the controversial things that he's saying right now. And the only black fighter that's stepping up to the plate to defend the honor of their culture is Keyshawn Davis. So that's a big fight for Teofimo Lopez, right? But Gervonta Davis is at 135. That's where Keyshawn Davis is at. So that fight could be next, or Keyshawn might have to go get a belt and then come back around and challenge Gervonta Davis. If Gervonta Davis does not take the Keyshawn Davis challenge, I would like for Teofimo Lopez to do what he did before, and that's take care of Gervonta Davis's dirty work. He took care of Lomachenko when nobody wanted to fight Lomachenko. When Gervonta Davis was avoiding Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez was the first one out of the quote-unquote 4 kings of boxing to take on a legitimate pound-for-pound fighter. I have a feeling that Teofimo Lopez is going to be the one to once again take out Gervonta Davis's dirty work and take the Keyshawn Davis challenge, based on the fact that they're both on top rank and based on the fact that Teofimo Lopez has shown to be a more bolder fighter than Gervonta Davis in terms of taking on bigger challenges. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Nevertheless, you know how I carry it, man. I got to come through with the breaking news. I got to share my input on what's going on in boxing today. With that being said, hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Oh, by the way, one more thing. You know I got to go in my historian bag, right? Before y'all say, oh, Keyshawn don't got a belt. Keyshawn could even fight either Tio or Tank without a championship belt. And that's a win that's going to age very, very well, because Keyshawn Davis is going to be a world champion. Let me bring you back up to speed, to the past, to history. When Salvador Sanchez, in his last professional fight, took on an undefeated but unknown Azuma Nelson, who was only 13-0, Salvador Sanchez had a very tough fight with Azuma Nelson and stopped him in the 14th round. Azuma Nelson went on to have a Hall of Fame career, and that is one of Salvador Sanchez's best wins, right? So if Teofimo Lopez or Gervonta Davis, either one of those guys take on Keyshawn Davis, I predict the fight to look very similar to Salvador and Azuma Nelson. I see Keyshawn Davis being very competitive with Tio and Tank, and I see both Tio and Tank potentially stopping Keyshawn Davis late. But I also see Keyshawn Davis becoming a world champion and having a hell of a career. You see the similarities? So with that being said, hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, Low Nose Boxing, because Low Nose Boxing, Bakatola Sepa.